Hello, today we are continuing the program of Sound Foundation for Babies, and I'm going to talk about week 7. In the last session, we said that music is very important for babies, and we are going to how do we introduce music, how do we use music in the session. We are going to talk about that in auditory goals, language goals related to music, using the music. Coming to auditory goals, before I start talking about how do we use music, I want to make it clear that music does not mean playing instrumental music only. Music is in a voice, music is in intonation. Music is singing songs, singing nursery rhymes. Even parentage is a part of music. When you are talking with little extension of vowels and prolonging the vowels, when you are talking, you are going intonation up and down. That is all music. Music helps the children to get auditory attention. Children, especially babies, automatically, instinctively respond to music. That is why we say first 2 years of their life, sing as much as you can. Sing to the babies. When we are singing, the babies will listen to us and we get auditory attention, and the babies get used to listening, and listening becomes a habit. You had been singing all these 6 sessions earlier. I remember we talked about lamb, where we were singing, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Remember? Then we sang about bus. Wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels of the bus go round and round on a sunny day. We could use these books to do round and round. Then we were using little twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, how I wonder what you are. Whatever the song you're singing, now the child was singing with you. Now the auditory goal is identification of a song. Now pick up any 3 songs. Pick up all 3 songs and sing them together. To remind the child, associated with a toy, object or a picture, preferably a toy. Then you sing 1 song and wait. Now don't associate with any toy. Let's see if the child picks up the associated toy, the appropriate toy for the song, then the identification is done. For example, you have sung these 3 songs. Star, you keep the star there and you sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Then you keep the bus over here, you hold the bus and sing. Wheels of the bus go round and round. Then you pick up the lamb and you sing Mary had a little lamb. Now these 3 objects are on the table. And now you start singing. Wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round. And look at the toys on the table. The child will also look at the toys. You don't use any gestures. Just look at the child and go on singing the song. The child will pick up the bus and start playing with the reins. That means the child has identified the song. Once the child identifies the song, we go to the next goals. But to reach this stage, there are different stages of singing. Let's go through that. You might sing a song when you keep the object, play with the toy and keep the toy on the table or give the toy to the child. The child is playing with the toy and you are singing the song. The song is associated with the toy. Next time, you can have only a picture of a bus and you sing the song. The song is associated with the picture of the bus. Next time, there is no toy, there is no picture. You are just using the gesture. And you say, wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels of the bus go. So you're just using gesture. Now the gesture gives an idea what song you're going to sing, but you don't have to use gestures throughout the song. So you say roly poly, up, 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 up. So first time you didn't use the gesture. You gave the chance to the child to guess what song it is. You expect the child to put the hands up and say up. So this way it is associated with the gesture. Next time, no gestures, no objects, no pictures. You just sing. You just sing roly poly, up, 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 and the child will put the hand up. Roly poly, down, 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 and the child should put the hands down. So that means the child is identifying each verse of your song. So this way you continue singing. At this stage you might too many songs and then you go to acoustic highlight. Up, 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 down, down, down will be acoustic highlight. Now the child will start paying more attention to the segmental rather than suprasegmental and try to understand the words. Then when you say next step, you can say just auditory closure. You can use, you say roly poly, and you keep quiet. Now the child should say up, up, up. This way you are moving from auditory goals to language goals, especially first receptive language goals. Now the child understands what up means, what down means, and slowly it becomes a part of their vocabulary. So this is how we move to the receptive language goals. The receptive language goals are those words and vocabulary which are used throughout the day during daily routine activities, also through songs, and they are used again and again repetitively, but meaningfully is very important. Okay, this way the vocabulary will increase. Keep it in mind that we don't have to get stuck to words. We have to move from words to phrases. So our language goals in receptive language are also phrases, common phrases which are used in daily routine throughout the day. And for example, there are two structures which are most easy to start with. The phrase of noun verb and verb noun phrase. What is noun verb phrase? Where you say the ball rolled away, the ball is lost, the ball is noun, and then followed by action. When we say the verb noun phrase, it's when you say find the ball, pick up the ball. So the action comes first and then followed by the name of the object, the noun. These phrases you can use throughout the day, whatever comes naturally, normally, and the children will pick up very fast. They will start using those phrases. Coming to expressive language goals, at this stage, the child will use some of the words like we said up, down, gimme, bye-bye, papa, mama, some of the words which are meaningfully used again and again throughout the day. The child will start using those meaningfully. Also, the child will go from words to phrases also very soon. Give me Vicky. So you work on that so the child goes to 2-word sentence, that's a phrase. Also, when you're talking about it is expressive language. The child may not have a lot of vocabulary and language to say, to express through, but understands a lot of language. So the child will point out to something if the child wants it. Or the child, you feed porridge to the child might move the face away. But if you feed, the child might spit it out. This is communication attempt to tell you, I don't like it, I don't want it. If the child is throwing something, the child is trying to tell you, I don't want it. So these are communication attempts which are coming through the gestures and certain body language, but then you have to give the language for the communication attempt so that that language becomes a part of vocabulary, first in receptive language and then in expressive language. Coming to speech goals, at this stage the child should be doing a lot of imitation. Speech is learned through imitation. So when you're singing a song, the last word when you leave, the child will try to imitate that word. Child will try to imitate your suprasegmental and intonation of the song. Child should have almost all vowels by this time and some of the consonants like pa, pa, ma by here. The song for this session is The Wheels of the Bus Go Round and Round. You can sing the song, use the gestures, give to the child to play with. You can use any book also with the wheels, where you can point out the children of the bus go up and down. So all this you can do. Children will love it. You can use this book and the toy again and again. The story for this session I picked up is Brown Bear, Brown Bear. It's a very popular book. The book is about Brown Bear, what do you see? Brown Bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. I see a red bird looking at me. So what I'm doing, why I'm saying it twice? Auditory presentation through visual presentation. So now I'm giving auditory presentation. The child cannot look at the picture when I say red bird, what do you see? Red bird, what do you see? And when I say, I see a yellow duck looking at me. I see a yellow duck looking at me. So you are showing after you are saying, and the child can see that. There are so many pictures in one book, in this book. You don't have to use the whole book at a time. In one session, you use 2-3 pictures. In another session, you use another pictures. There are pictures of white dog and golden fish. You can use those pictures. And then you leave it to the child to pick up which pictures the child is interested in. So one book again can be used again and again. Repetition will help the child, and slowly the children start repeating the sentences. Brown bear, and the child should say, what did you think? Trying to get the pattern perception. And then when you show the yellow duck and you say, red bird, what do you see? I see a... Now the child should say, yellow duck. So like this, you're moving from singing to vocabulary, and it's very easy and fun. It's fun. Thank you. So you try all these strategies at home with the child, and let me know if you have any issues. Next time we will go into further goals, higher goals, more vocabulary, how to achieve that. Thank you.